Hi everyone, welcome to Pomelo Fever. Today we're gonna rate Filipino snacks. If you're new here, please comment down below or interact with my page. I would really appreciate it a lot. Everyone, let's go. So first of all, start with V-Cut. I love V-Cut. It has like the right spice. Like before when I was a kid, I would love V-Cut because it's like a poor man's equivalent to like Lay's or Fritos that we have because we can't afford that. But when you get V-Cut, mostly it's air, and when you bite it off, it's very spicy. It's like a hint of spice, and it's not even spicy. But now I have the tolerance for it. But man, before it was really good. But for the price range, it was still pricey because most of it was air, and like it would be a few. For example, you open a pack of V-Cut and there are friends nearby, boom, ubos. The next few minutes before you can basket in, bago mo pa masubo yung third bite mo, nakadunga na yung classmate mo on the side like, uy, ano yan, pahingi. The other side, uy, ano yan, pahingi. So I would rate V-Cut. The flavors on it is S. The price range on it is like kind of B or A. So I'm gonna put it on S. No, A. A because the flavor is good. The price range is adequate, but the portion size and the air is much more bigger. It's like basically it's like a Lay's, like a Pinoy version of Lay's, bro. Potato chips, I feel like they are the same company, but they have like different shapes. I think I had potato chips before. Is potato chips the ones with the ridges? I think it is. Like no, like the kasi V-Cuts is like pa-V. And the potato ridges is like the ridge, right? I think it is. Yeah. Anyways, piatos. This piatos in general, as much as I love piatos, but piatos pizza tastes like barf. I don't know. The smell alone is smells very rancid for me. It's like when you open a pack, I get na it's like the pepperoni and like the tomato sauce mixing, pero the company Jack and Jill wasn't able to pull it off because when you open it and when you finally taste it, it's very sour. It doesn't taste like any pizza. I'm guessing that they're trying to pull off a specific kind of flavor the way that combos pepperoni flavored stuff, pero Piatos Nachos is very sour. It's very rancid for me. I'm giving it a D. I'm sorry. Ang pangit ng Piatos pizza. It's so sad. It's so sad. Okay, next. Roast beef pizza pizza is the worst for me. Like among the Piatos flavors, it's the worst. Mr. Chips. Mr. Chips is okay naman. When you compare it to like other cheese types, it's not as cheesy and it's not as flavorful. Like comparing it to tortillas, the rest of the tortilla sucks except for the black one and the cheese one, which is the yellow and the black one. Anyways, yeah, sour cream lang sa kalam. Yeah, sour cream is really the best. But we're not there yet. Let's take one step at a time before we go. Anyways, etong Mr. Chips. I feel like Mr. Chips doesn't have enough flavor for me and it's very bland on its own. Like one of the factors that I take into consideration if the snack is good is that after you eating it, it must have like a slidge of like thin veiled cheese on your hands, and when you taste it, you could like do that. But on potato chips, I feel like it's a B for me. There are like different kinds of cheese. Like for example, on snacks, the Cheetos cheese is much more cheesy. Like different kinds of cheese, I'm guessing. Cheesy, cheese, and cheese. For example, Eden is different from Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz is different from... For me, Mr. Chips is a B. Inconsistent yung Mr. Chips. Like sometimes I would open a pack of Mr. Chips and it's like very adequate. Sometimes it's very good, but most of the time it's not concise on the flavor. The Nova multigrain, bruh. I love Nova multigrain. It's so good. Yes, like before, everyone I felt so unique. I felt so different when I would open a pack of Nova because they would always advertise it as like fit models and TV commercials, and they were like, get Nova multigrain snacks now for a healthy you. So everybody was eating their snacks, and I, being the better person, would go to the sari-sari store in my grade school canteen and be like, Nova nga po. And then as soon as I open it, I take one and I obligated to tell my friends na, uy, gusto nyo? Before I even get the third piece back, 50% of it is gone. I can't eat all of it. I can't eat Nova in peace. So what would you do? Go to the CR and get as much as you can and leave at least like 2 or 3 pieces, so that when you go back to your classroom and you get obligated to give them a piece, like, and they would look on it and say like, ay, ubus na, and they would politely say no, and that's the end. Or what could you do? Get your Nova, punch a hole with your pen like this or pencil, and then crush out the air and then crush it into pieces, and then yayain mo yung iba. So there's more pieces for everyone. And then if everyone gets tired of it, you can just jug it down, you know? Okay, anyways, Nova, for me, S tier. S tier Nova. Very good. It's simple, and it's very good for if you're like craving for something crunchy and like has this right balance of cheese on it. It also pairs well with Coke. Kasi most of this, one of the characteristics of a good snack is it partners well with soda or juice. It matches well with the merienda snacks for like Tang or Coke. It matches well because it doesn't have enough, it doesn't have much of like the saltiness in it, but it has the texture that you really want in contrast with what you're drinking. Clover barbecue. See, I don't like clover. It's very weird for me. It's just like it feels like it's too light. It doesn't have enough flavor, and like when you bite on it, like when you crunch on it, and it's too much. It's gone already. It's like the flavor is not there. Really need more impact. Like one of the things that my friend told me in high school, like a cheat for clover, is dipping clover in UFC ketchup, and it would really taste good. But other than that, clover on its own, meh. If I was in a deserted island, if I were able to choose between clover barbecue and anything in general, I would rather eat sand. Well, no, not really. That was too far. Cheese rings, automatic S tier, bruh. There was a time, like in grade school, it was very rampant. It was all in sari-sari store. But when I was in college, as in wala na, you couldn't really find any cheese rings until later, these fast few months or years. And I could remember putting cheese rings on your finger. That looks so bad. So I would remember putting cheese rings on your finger and like putting all rings. And there was like a time where Mr. Environment, was that Captain Planet was a thing, and like people would have rings, and what I would do is put like cheese rings on my hand and then bite it off like a super madman superhero stuff, even though I was producing plastic by like just eating it. Honestly, cheese rings, thank God they are very rampant right now. They're very accessible, and there's like a search alongside with sweet corn. Dumami na sila like the best tier snacks. If we could have like a revolution of Pinoy snacks, let's forget clover. Let's forget piatos, nacho cheese. Next one, the best for me until up to date, Moby caramel, bro. It's so good. I don't know. It's like cocaine. If cocaine was a snack, it would be Moby caramel, bro. It has all of the good traits. It's crunchy, it melts in your mouth, it's sweet, and has that slight thing that you can't get enough of. One of the factors of a good snack is if it's crunchy and it melts in your mouth, and it has like that sliver that tells your tongue to, I want more, bro. Ito siya, Moby caramel shit. Moby caramel best shit. I hope they don't stop it. I feel like a good marketing tactic for Moby Caramel is to capitalize on it. Moby Caramel toothpaste, G. Moby Caramel dental floss, G. Moby Caramel bread with fillings inside, G, bro. They could capitalize it alone, bro. It's so good. Moby Caramel, legit. Yeah, dude. It's like, it's better than popcorn. If popcorn is based on something, one downside of popcorn, it's light and it still has like those kernels. If Moby is basically sugar. Next one, Chippy. Not a Chippy fan, to be honest. I feel like it's in par with Mr. Chips. It's pretty meh. I get that the cheesy part, the Chippy cheese is very good. Maganda yung Chippy niya. It's very cheesy compared to Mr. Chips, but overall, it just feels so meh. I feel like it's the shape, because the shape is like long strips of rectangle and it's not doing pretty much. Plus, the packaging is too small, and as a kid, you want big packaging to emphasize that that you can hold it in your mouth so that you could trick your brain that you're having something, enough food in your hand. But if you got like a small pack of Chippy for like 7 pesos, I would rather buy cheese rings, Moby, Vcat is much more expensive, and I would just chunk it down. Chippy is okay, so I can give it a T. Ito, Piatos sour cream, bruh. S tier, solid tong Piatos sour cream. It's one of the best for me. It partners well with Sprite, honestly. If you eat a lot of Piatos sour cream, eat, and then gush it down with like your favorite tang, your favorite Sprite, and then gush it down. It's so relaxing. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a starch. So when you bite at it and you chew, the accumulation of starch like coats your mouth, making it more drier, making it more salty. So when the juice hits in your mouth, or like when the Sprite bubbles wash away the starch on the crevices, you get refreshed. I feel like potato crisps S tier, need chips crisps. Piatos sour cream S tier. Clover, yeah, C tier, bro. Cheese it. I love Cheese It, bro. I love Cheese It, pero one of the problems for Cheese It is nakakaumay siya. Nakakaumay tong Cheese It na to. It's like, I would eat like 4 pieces, and then at around 8 or 10 pieces, mauumay na ako. So I'm gonna give it a Richie Cheese, bro. Sarap. Richie Cheese. What's your opinion on Richie Cheese? I've had a few, but is it A tier? I feel like it's honestly just B tier. Mas maganda pa rin in terms of like sweet snacks. I would rather have Moby. No, the crunch S tier, brah. Okay, Cheese It. Ano to? Anong Cheese It to? I think this is better compared to this one because let's make it here. Yeah. Mas masarap tong cheesy na to. Because I think I remember this is it's much more cheesier. It's like different cheese they used here, and it coats your tongue. Coats your finger much more and it's much more much more cheesier. No the crunch. Anyways, so next up, ito Piatos all-time fave, Piatos Roadhouse Barbecue. Best Piatos so far in my opinion. It's like my number 1 snack before then. If I would like I honestly, when I was a kid, I wouldn't really buy much snacks but I would always buy Piatos if I would have go-to snack. One of the things that I like right now that they have is combining Nova, Piatos, and Jack and Jill stuff, and it's called Pika Pika. It's like a accumulation of all the good stuff that they have, and I would get the barbecue one. It's so good, bro. Andun na lahat. So if I'm gonna get like a big chunk full and put it in my mouth, that's the combination of that crunch, that potato starch, that barbecue flavor that you want. Pika Pika, so good. Hello. Ano to, Gab? Ang Pinoy snacks list is very... Yeah, where is bread pan? I feel like this chart that I got is pretty old. So it's not updated. Pero for me, if potato chips 8 years, sacrilege! Potato chips kasi, it's filled with air, and the price range comparing to like most of this, one potato chip, mas mahal pa siya sa Nova. V-Cut, I guess potato chip is good in a way, but for me, it's just very, it's very meh. Anyways, Piatos cheese. Sorry, bruh. It's for me. It's B. A. Is Piatos cheese good? Kakaumay. Kakaumay ang Piatos cheese, bruh. Chicharap choking ambrosia, broom. Yeah, ang sarap ng chicharap. Like, honestly, I don't like chowking in general, but the things that I would like there is basically chowking is chicharap and fried rice. Ilang beses na ako na ligtas nun in like darker times in my college life. Yeah, chicharap and Piatos, boy, for real, bro. Grabe, di pinansin potato crisp, potato chips. Di ko nga alam ang difference ng potato chips sa V-Cuts. Next stream, I'm gonna buy potato crisp and give you a real taste test because I don't remember, because I don't buy it a lot because it's very expensive back then. I wanna put it on the potato cheese is B. Yeah, potato cheese is B, bro. Nakakauma yung potato cheese. This is like overhyped. If you're like a kid, instantly there was a phase where if you're a kid, you like cheesy things. Like, siguro it's the media telling you that snacks are considered to be cheese flavored, and the first thing that you have as like a good general pick is Piatos cheese. But for me, nakakaumay talaga. Sweet corn, bruh, sweet corn. Instantly S tier, bro. What can I say? Sweet corn hits a lot of stuff. A good snack is defined with the amount of texture it has. So, for example, potato chips are good because it is, one, crunchy, and then when you chew on it, it becomes chewy and it becomes super nummy. So that's why Nova is good. It has that property. C-string is good because it has Mobi, Piatos, all of the Piatos, and for me, sweet corn is really good because first of all, it's cheap, readily accessible. One sweet corn. There was a phase where sweet corn was 1 peso, like a snack form of like mini chichiria, and everybody was started from there. And I feel like a lot of people liked it because it reminds them of their childhood. And then later in college, they produced something bigger, something larger, which is this regular sweet corn, and everybody was in panic. Even me, I would scrounge to the nearest mart that I have when I realized that they were selling sweet corn, and bought me like 10 pieces, all for me. And then after I got back from school, dalawa na lang kinain ng yaya namin, kinain ng mama ko, kinain ng walang Tommy. Let me add Tommy S here for me. Sweet corn, so good. It's crunchy, it's sweet, it just rolls in your mouth, especially when you put your tongue and put it on your molars and like scrape off, graphic, I know, scrape off like the gums, tatanggalin mo yung it makes me wonder. I want sweet corn right now. Tatanggalin mo yung tinga mo with your tongue with the sweet corn. It was really good, and then wash it on with like cold tang in 3 a.m. with pancit canton. Bra, legit. Piatos Roadhouse, 8 tier. Roller coaster cheese. I'm not a fan. Like, I would be a fan if you could fully put it in your finger, but sometimes, most of the pieces there is very crooked. Like, hindi siya fully formed circle, and you can only put it on your ring finger if you're lucky. And I think it's good. One of the notable things that I remember for roller coaster is this ad where they put it on like a Ferris wheel and then it would roll and roll. Other than that, roller coaster, Moby. Honestly, Moby is, I feel like Moby is the kind of food na when you eat Moby, it's kind of meh. But when you have like 5 or 6 pieces of Moby, it kind of hits the spot. Like if you don't have anything to do, you eat and there's only Moby, you eat it. It's like meh. And then after like 8 to 10 pieces in, while you're chewing on it, it gets better, bro. And like mas masarap ang pagkain pag hindi sa'yo. For example, niyaya ka ng kaklase mo out of spite, or I mean out obligation nilang mamigay. Mas masarap ang pagkain. I don't know why. It's like, is it because that you didn't spend on it, or like just the gratitude of receiving it from them? Moby, A. Yeah. Cheese girls. What are you guys' opinion on cheese girls? Cheese girls. Let's see. Cheese girls for me is B. I like the cartoony thing because I feel like it's one of the things that reminds me of like good graphics in packaging, because most of the graphics here are kind of wonky, like read cheese rings, like it's very old school. But when I saw, like, I think one of Cheese Girls was released on like when I was in grade school, and I thought, wow, they have animation on the commercial. It's so cool. So I remember liking it, but when I took it, it's very small on your hand, bitin, and it's not cheesy enough for me, bro. Okay, next one is cheese rings, boy, the best. Ba't magkaiba? These are basically the same. These are the same. These two are the same. It's the boy and the girl. I wish they had some story about the boy and the girl here. And for one, this is Nutri-Star. Let's see. Nutri-Star. D tier, bro. D. I think I had a few of these, but it's very meh. Doesn't taste like anything. Just guilt and shame. You buy Nutri-Star. Everybody eating the good stuff like Nova, Moby, Piatos, sweet corn, cheese rings, and you get Nutri-Star? Bruh! You okay? It doesn't taste anything. Like when you eat on it, it's like you're eating a lesser form of chicharab, which is like basically fried paper. Tastes like fried paper. Pinoy snacks ranked. This is our food stuff, and that is our stuff. I wish I could just bring snacks here. Maybe next stream I would like bring Pinoy snacks. But one of the things that kind of concerns me is like there's too much. I feel like it's too much plastic. Maybe I could shred it afterwards, and I wouldn't eat it all. Thank you for stopping by. That is my that is my recommendations for the best snacks that we have as of the moment. Next time I would definitely add more and eventually bring some here. I would even pause the music. I would even buy myself with my adult money Nutri-Star. Oh, anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. That is my recommendations for the top Pinoy snacks so far. Soon I'll add more snacks that I think that is more updated. There's like a lot more. There is Marty's Cracklings. There's Bread Pan. There is a lot. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This is Pomelo Fever. Don't forget to interact the page. Recommend it to a friend. It would really help a lot. If you want more videos like this, please like down below, subscribe, and do the stuff. Anyways, goodbye everyone!